So I think we know by now at this point, it's been 7 months since we had a new game pack in The Sims 4. And so I've been feeling the content game pack drought these past couple of months. And ever since we got the leak of new Sims 4 game pack yesterday from Microsoft, I've been very, very excited about this because I've always had this dream of designing my Sims dream wedding. You know, with Dream Home Decorator where you design your Sims dream home? Well, a dream wedding is kind of like this new game pack that we're getting. And personally, you put two and two together, you kind of have a single career. But I don't know if we're going to be getting a career or not with this, but my thoughts, we just might, but we just don't know. But I kind of did know that we were getting a new game pack because I did receive a postcard from the Sims team a couple weeks ago, so I knew what we were getting, like, you know, when the trailer was going to drop, but I just didn't know what it was going to be called. I had an idea that it was going to be a wedding pack because they did announce their roadmap a while back ago, and we all thought weddings, 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 and so weddings were going to be a thing. Now, like I said, I did get a postcard. I'm going to read it, and I'm also going to read the leak key features from the Sims community website so we can kind of go through everything and what's been going on and, you know, all that jazz. But, besties, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on what your thoughts are for this new wedding game pack. What are you going to do? How's it going to make it happen? You know, all that stuff. But this postcard reads, together with their families, Dominique and Camille invite you to join them Wednesday, February 8th, 2022 at 8 a.m. Pacific time to celebrate their big day on the Sims YouTube channel. Excitement and dancing to follow. Now, personally, I think we all know by now at this point, we all want slow dancing. We all want some type of like dancing feature besides the one that we got from Get Together a few years ago. Now, if you don't remember from The Sims 3 or like The Sims 2, we had a thing called Classic Dance in The Sims 2 and slow dancing in The Sims 3. And in The Sims 3, when you slow dance, sometimes your Sims would like, you know, spin their partner around and dip kiss them. Like that stuff was so cool. I really, really missed that. And I mean, I don't know if we're going to get this in The Sims, you know, this new game pack, but I have hopes for the future. If you remember from The Sims 3 Generations and that whole trailer, and we had one specific item in that pack, it was a video camera. I love that stuff, and we all know in IRL, in real life, that sometimes you want to capture those moments through video or through photos, but more specifically through video to showcase it at a later date, like anniversaries or, you know, other parties or whatever it might be to reminisce the good old days. But overall, give me your thoughts. What are you thinking about this whole thing? And you know, let's go ahead and dive right through the key features and see what we're truly getting with this game pack. So now, personally, I do know that these key features were translated from a different language to English, so some stuff might be lost in translation, but of course you can read it for yourself down below in the description, where I will link this article and also the Sims community website so you can get your full-fledged opinion and details on what's going to be happening in the future of, you know, The Sims. But it reads, it's time to walk down the aisle with The Sims 4 My Wedding Stories game pack. Now, when I first heard stories, I was like, is this a big giant scenario game pack? I hope not. But then again, we don't know. But embark on this journey for the day more and plan the perfect ceremony. From the wedding request to the reception, customize every detail to celebrate each Sim's love story in a truly unique way. In the world of Tortorosa, anything becomes romantic. So new world, maybe a beach world could be happening, I don't know. But the key features do say, get ready to party. Asking the question is just the beginning of your Sims wedding experience. After saying yes, the excitement and anxiety takes over. There's so much to plan. Choose a Sim of honor to make the wedding experience the most fun possible. Then hold an engagement party, rehearsal dinner, or whatever, and make the most of the last night without a spouse. Oh my gosh, wait a minute, that's so cool. Bring your plans to life. Focus on the details of the annulment, select the wedding costume of the Sims and everything necessary for the big day. The menu, the decorations, the programming, everything. Visit locations created by community staff as your Sims sample cakes, choose flowers, and adjust the tradition that will make the wedding day more special. And I'm very happy about this because there's no singular wedding type, or there's not a singular wedding, you know, theme. And everyone around the world has weddings, whether it's in India, China, Japan, United States, Canada, Hawaii, whatever it might be, wherever you live in the world, everyone has their own different type of cultural wedding. And I think it's important to celebrate those things, and it's important to show diversity and inclusion in The Sims, that is a game about playing with life. And when you're playing with life, you get to share those memories and share those stories that are true to you and your culture and your being. Your wedding is your wedding, nobody else's, and that's on period, besties. The last key feature, it does say, affirm commitment before the big event, celebrate with the family at a rehearsal dinner. That could go good or bad, depending on who you invite and where they're seated. When it's finally time, let the love flow and realize all your wills, exchange vows, alliances, and kisses at the altar before the real celebration begins. Start the ceremony serving tea to the family or go straight to the reception. People at the weddings and those who have been invited can dance with us, honey, while spouses cut the cake and speeches and receive celebrations. Okay. So here's my thinking. It literally says, can dance with us. So, get together, break it down, do the little boogie oogie, and do all that fun stuff. But I also think slow dancing could be a thing in this new game pack. And I hope it is, because you can't have a wedding without a slow dance unless, you want to boogie oogie down with no slow dancing as your wedding song. And also with the weddings, my idea is that we could have like our wedding song. Anniversaries. Wait, I'm thinking that we might be getting, honeymoons, anniversaries in this game pack, because with weddings come anniversaries after so many years or months, depending on what you do and how you celebrate it. But also there's honeymoons afterwards. After you get married, you go on a honeymoon, or you don't, depending on who you are and what you do afterwards. But honeymoons, anniversaries, I don't know. There could be so many cool things that could be happening with this game pack that we just don't know the full details. But, the trailer does come out on the 8th of February, which is literally in like 3 days from now. So besties, buckle up. We about to go to a new world and get married. And honestly, I am ready for that right here, right now. However, there were screenshots that were linked into the Sims community blog post that we just read. And personally, looking at all these screenshots are getting me very, very excited about this new game pack, because personally, seeing all these outfits, like the new door, the new window, the new curtain, the new carpet, new wedding arches maybe, the new outfits for every single Sim, a new piano. That is a new piano over in that corner. I love that piano. Can't sing much, but it does look nice. But here's the possibility. Will the Sims actually sit down at your wedding, or will they stand up and cheer? We just don't know, because personally right now, your Sims do not sit down at weddings in The Sims 4. So this one could change the game. There are some other ones too, like this one is super cute. I love this one. You can see the background of the new world, the new tables, the new outfits, an undone tie. I love that, because after a wedding, you gotta untie your tie, because you don't want to be at a chokehold. We don't got time for that. There's some new dresses, a new banner, a new bar, a new little sculpture on the wall, some new chairs. Like, this is like really very, very, very promising, and it's making me very happy about the future of The Sims, because this is something that we haven't had in the past. Like we kind of did with Generations for The Sims 3, but it wasn't like a full-blown like wedding experience that we were hoping for. And now that we're getting in The Sims 4, this is giving me hope for the future, like this is definitely very cute. I love the new cultural vibe that we're getting. It's just super cute. I love all these outfits. Like every single outfit is brand spanking new. The wedding veil, the top hats, the full body outfits, toddlers get new stuff, kids get new stuff. Those are base game shoes. That's base game shoes. But like new signs, new pergolas. They might be throwing rice interaction in here. Some new flowers, some new chairs. This is just so beyond very cute. I am honestly very happy about this, and I want to see the trailer like right now. I know it's only February 5th right now, but I really desperately need that trailer so I can fully dissect everything as I usually do in every single like trailer reaction that I do on YouTube. Like, I need it, like, now. But they did say that we can, like, do preparations and, like, do cake testing, flower arranging, and everything. And so my eye catches, like, this is a new venue type that we can, like, maybe create ourselves, maybe, I don't know, or just different, you know, what's it called? Like trailers that we have amongst in like Sam, Shino, and City Living that they'll appear at random places, and you know, we can go up here and kind of, you know, do some cake testing or find flowers we want for our wedding, or it could be like a separate building that we could go to and do all this stuff and like go inside, or you know, stand outside, do whatever we might need to do and kind of see what we want. Now, my personal opinion is that there could be multiple like variety of cake types and flower types as well, but my thinking is that there's no singular cake and there's also no singular flower type. So my thinking is that we could have like maybe 16 different like cake options and maybe 25 different types of wedding flowers that we could go for. Because everyone likes different color flowers. Everyone loves different types of cakes. And I think in The Sims 4 now, with all the packs that we have, I think we only have like 8 different types of cakes. Like originally with all the packs without this one. So this could probably add more cakes that we could make ourselves. If we are planning our own wedding, we could have the option to make these cakes in our own Sims kitchen. But either way, I think that is all we have for today. So let me know in the comments below all your thoughts, your opinions, your predictions of this game pack before we get the trailer on the 8th of February, which I believe is a Tuesday. And honestly, at the end of the day, we might be getting something really, really special in the future for The Sims 4 after this game pack, and possibly the new kit that we might be getting that hasn't been announced yet or leaked at this point. But as always, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below as always, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!